Flex Nuts here out of 146 o0o, the melee guy. Just wanted to bring you a few quick clips, nothing fancy, on my last few strikes. And looks like one's going to be out of DD, which is dual dominance, and attack and void, as well as a couple in the uranium mines. Just wanted to give you a quick breakdown on my build, what I do, and my layout. Now, some of my gameplay is going to be, quick motion to the point where I'm just selecting and going. I'm not picking a fleet, I'm not doing anything fancy. But the beauty of being melee is when you just do a default quick fleet, it's going to stack your melee in first. Even if you're a long range user, mid range user, it doesn't matter. It's just going to select your top T12, T11 troops, whatever is best for you on the melee side first as default. So that does work out for me in that aspect. So let's go through here. My stats on this fight. This is going to be a dual dominance. I know it's outdated. I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. So you got a July 6th video here. Just something I've saved from my favorites. 1200 melee enemy, 1120, I guess. Let's watch that. I apologize for the volume. I forgot to disable that, but let me go ahead and do that real quick. Just disable that volume. That right there showed a down and out approach. It looks like there was a big spender on that dual dominance, to the point where, although they had 343,000 troops, my 260,000 with only shredders went through and just handed him his ass. It's pretty good. So I felt good about that. Let's see here. Okay, here. This is an SOS attack during void. I baited first. So a lot of people don't realize you don't have to activate SOS. You don't have to. I'm gonna show you in real time. You don't have to activate your SOS. You don't have to activate your Aeon, your Alexander, before the attack. You can actually hit it while the attack is happening. Now, it may not be as useful if you were to activate Aeon, but in the middle of a battle, or Alexander. Actually, this one would be a good one, but it will take effect whilst in the battle. All right, so if you know that you're about to get overran, you know you're about to lose a shit ton of troops, hit a SOS within the time frame of the battle, and it will activate and give you the results at the end. A lot of people don't know that, but that's how that works. You don't have to do it before. You can do it in the middle of it. Let's go back here. Giving away all my little tips and tricks, but I do that for y'all. All right, so here we go. Let's see my stats. All right, it's a 1v7. I lost, but did I? They got their shit shoved pretty good. And then they start jumping in here. There we go. And I say it almost every video. Them shredders be shredding. I don't understand how this layout right here happened. How they all just spawned back here on my ass. All the way back here. I don't get that. That one right there is baffling to me. It is what it is, but I feel like that's kind of a bullshit layout when they jump in behind enemy lines. I don't know what that consists of, or how they're able to pull that shit off. But there we go. And again, another spawn in right on this side. I feel like that's bullshit. I don't think that they should be able to do that. And if you notice here, you got a group of snipers with another group of snipers, and then the group that just died right on this spot, they were rockets. How do you have different entities of the same type join in? I know refresh is a big thing. I get that. You want to refresh troops to keep it going, but when you refresh and have a shit ton of other troop types all over the place, how does that make sense? This was definitely a bugged play. Even though they still got their asses beat, it was bugged. Looking back, I guess I didn't ever realize that until I was doing this video. But anyway, 398,000 troops in my fleet against 3.2 million. I took down 1,100 of them. I slaughtered and exterminated and removed them of a polite 648,000 altogether. They probably were not too happy about that. Alright, so now let's jump into some uranium mine fights. Alright, let's see here. Successfully occupied. Okay, I'm just going to do the last one I did here. 468,000 against 485. Let's take a look at his stats. 1152 long range attack. 850 melee. Reduces damage taken from long range troops. 66.9. That's modest. You know, that's a good amount. What he doesn't do right is what everyone doesn't do right when I'm fighting them. 55.5 against the melee. Everyone's like, oh, melee's pussies. Melee shit. Melee doesn't do anything. I just picked a default fleet and sent it. Didn't even pick a troop fleet type. No layout, nothing special. Now this does kill my Titans quick when I do this, but you know, if you're in a hurry, you know, it is what it is. The other negative about being melee is these fights last forever. The upside is, oh man, it looks like I'm losing. But if you go to the scale up here, it's going to tilt back. It's going to tilt back. You've got to be optimistic as melee. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. Oh. And then you reach the back line. And when you reach the back line, that shit starts melting away. LRA can't touch melee. And look at that scale. You're losing. And then you're not. A 2-minute long fight. But that's what the point of melee is, right? You're biding time for your team to get to you. I know it doesn't work out that same concept in uranium mines because you are 1v1, but if you're able to stay alive that long in any other aspect, any other conflict or scenario, your teammates will be there if they're worth a shit. They will start showing up. You're just holding down the line. And you're prolonging that fight. And this works out very well when you're doing SRS in Elite Wars, or if you're in Void War, and you're just holding down time. Right? You're taking hits on the chin. It's an unforgiving class, but you know, it's a growing class. I feel like I got a few people who've messaged me who are wanting to learn more about melee, and that's optimistic for me. I feel really good about that. I hope more people do start converting to melee, and it'll show Camel a thing or two about what they should and shouldn't base their builds on, and allow more spenders and things of that nature. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. If you have questions, concerns, or what have you, message me. I'll be happy to answer them. And that's all I got. Flex.